Welcome to the Boston's Big Four podcast. Cast. New news about music and sports every week, sometimes.
We're back. Another episode, Boston's Big Podcast, brought to you by Boston's Big Four, myself and Owen Steele. And we got a couple special guests with us.
What's going on, man?
We got the legendary M. Dot here.
I appreciate y'all having me.
Absolutely. And you brought a member of EMS here.
Benefits in the building.
Benefits.
Let's go, baby. We here.
Definitely happy to have you guys. Thank you for making the trip.
Appreciate you to have
You know,
us.
it's a long drive, especially for this guy.
Yeah, everybody's traveling today.
Yeah. But it was
we had
worth
other
it.
shit going on.
It was worth
yeah.
it. We wanted
We're in the area.
What I try to do is we try to knock two birds with one stone, that type of thing. So
Or
we
three
were
or
here.
four,
Or
if
3 or
possible.
4. Man, yes, thank you. So
5.
and you regret it the next day, but then it's done. Meaning like not regret it, like just meaning like we're gonna get home late. but
Right,
at least
right,
I got
right.
that radio. At least I got that studio. At least I got to
Facts.
see Ben.
Yeah.
That's how you set it up to have bigger stuff in the future. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Like if I'm here and I'm gonna
100%.
ask wifey for this extra time, you know what I'm saying, to get some
You
stuff
gotta
done.
ask wifey for time.
You know what I mean? Nah, but I'm
gotta be on the
respecting.
same
I'm
page.
You
respecting.
said
Right.
that though.
No,
You
I
heard
did
him
say
say
that.
it.
You did.
But you know, Nicole, she's so good to me. I want to be good to her. You know what I'm saying? So
course.
that's some real
Respect
shit.
that.
I'm proud to say
Yeah,
that
hell
shit.
yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Absolutely.
That's why, Doug. You know.
I remember my wife bringing me to do shows and fucking driving me 8 hours, coming back. Yeah, it's different, man. When you got someone who's in it with you, respect.
important.
And like I said, like
100%.
I'm lucky where it's like I shouldn't even say, I don't even have to ask, but it's because of the situation that I have that's so good. I don't want to take advantage of it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Absolutely. It's
Two-way
always good to
street,
be on the
super
same
important to
page.
have respect. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Dude, you ain't shit. A
Yeah.
king ain't shit without a queen. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Ben
Yeah.
knows that.
And not
100%.
even just that. Nowadays, the way the economy's set up, you know, you need 2 incomes. You know what I mean? So, you know,
It's true.
it's a fact.
So
Things are changing.
you have been, both of you, been doing your thing for a long time.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
100%.
When I say a legend, like we've had a lot of dope artists on this podcast, but you know, to get that status as legend, that's I don't know how many of those we've had. You know, that's you've done a lot. I got your list right here of people you've collaborated with: Pete Rock, Conway the Machine, Cool G Rap. A lot of those in the last couple of years.
Yeah, it just kept on going. Like
Yeah.
anything, Nipsey Hussle said it best, man. If you're just there when the dust settles, I mean, it's just about keeping on going. That's it.
Yeah.
And like trying to get better each day, you know? And like, again, man, I still have so much more to do.
Yeah.
The records, the music that we've put out, the best stuff I have isn't out yet. It's coming, you know? And we just
Absolutely.
recorded more of it today. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Shout out to Ben. We you know, he facilitated getting a really, really big production for us. And Ego and the Enemy 2 is coming.
Yep.
And like I can't stress enough, it's the most put together music I've ever done. You know?
All right.
which I think says something because I was listening to that Ego and the Enemy, and I just want to shout out one track in particular, Chrissy. It's totally, I mean, like this
I
story.
facilitated that record too, by the way. I just got to
Oh
take
shit!
full
Oh,
credit.
excuse me. We can swear on
Yeah,
here.
you can
obviously.
swear.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
good.
So he goes,
That's
yeah,
a fucking
Ben's
fact. I'm just gonna
answering
raise
for
my
you.
hands while
He's
we're
like, Ben,
talking.
he's like, big
I'm
three.
behind the scenes, you know.
Yo,
I definitely
Ben-
like that you like that
Ben,
record.
Yeah.
Ben got that beat. I always say that, and
Facts.
and that was a very good look for me. And Buck Wild's birthday was yesterday. I actually talked to him.
Shout out to Buck Wild.
So you know he gave me that beat. Ben gave me that beat, and I wanted to tell a story. Yeah, you were gonna say something about it. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I
is
always
dope.
love. I mean, like you're saying that the next one's gonna be more composed
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
mean that song, like there certain songs, I'm watching it like a movie, and I feel like I'm almost living
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
whole life while I'm watching it, while I'm listening to it. And we've had a few people on where they have storytelling tracks like that, and that one in particular, I was just like living that person's not living
Shout
that
out to
per-
Don
watching that
Cheeto.
person's life. Shout out to who? Sorry,
The director of the
My
video.
guy,
yeah.
Don
Have you
Cheeto.
seen the video?
I haven't. No.
Oh
Wow.
man,
I've seen
yeah.
the video.
Yeah,
I've seen the video.
that's dope.
So go ahead. Yeah, but that's yeah.
No,
special
it
for us.
was awesome. So, can we expect more storytelling? I mean, not all your
Facts.
tracks are storytelling, but I just love the way you paint
Actually,
it.
it's funny that you said that because we got into like I could see him smiling because the song we did today, he wanted to do like a storytelling theme, and we have so many records. I just didn't want it to like go in that direction. It wasn't necessarily, you know, that I don't like the storytelling.
It's tough to
just-
do it with 3 different people on the
Not
song.
just that, like
no,
we're more like it's like a different type. Like we're a different type of group, the co-defendants. That
no, but they could do storytelling easily. I
Yeah.
just meant with his Prophets in Florida. I want to be like completely concise and on the same page
Yeah.
with the song, with the story.
Yes.
And it's a little bit more work to, which isn't a bad thing, but it's easier to tell a story if you're in the same room with somebody and you guys can all pick up
Yeah,
on
like
the same
today,
pieces.
it kind of like was an easy way to like tell.
Today's the
It
video also
was
that we did with
like
EMS.
you passed the baton. Like, okay, what did you do today? Okay, what did you do today? So
Yeah.
that was an easy way. And were we all together when we weren't together.
But I think that the biggest thing with music for us is wanting to have this music. That's you muffling.
My bad.
Yeah,
sorry,
that's the
It's
big
okay. It's because I'm moving around.
the music. We want to have some type of story or concept because it's the same old shit. Every song is the same old shit,
Yeah.
and I get bored of it. Yeah, you rhyme, but are you saying anything?
Right,
That's
right.
like Spitting Dead.
So,
You know,
Absolutely.
the concept. I mean, honestly, when we used to put together these songs, we'd send out like it would be like an email, and then there's seven
by
members.
we he means me. You know what I'm saying?
No, not
Or Rev.
necessarily.
Yeah.
Rev.
Yeah.
I mean, really, Rev,
Me-
not him.
me-
Shout out to Rev too. That's
Shout
my
out
guy.
Rev.
It was.
He does a lot of the work, and M.
Yeah.
Dot takes all the credit.
It's-
We
it
know
was-
it's really you, Rev.
Rev
This
will-
guy does very little.
Rev
Rev
will
does
tell
it
you.
all.
Rev does send me all your videos.
They don't
anytime you
understand.
drop something.
They don't understand. He's joking. Yes, it's me and Rev.
No,
Yeah,
it's
Rev-
all fucking Rev.
Oh, God.
Bebop and rock
Yo,
steady,
hey,
baby.
I
You already
believe
know.
you
He's just a
100%.
fucking Ninja Turtle.
Hey, listen. You got to turn his microphone off.
I
Yo,
got you.
sure,
He
sure.
had a little bit of wine, dog. He doesn't drink as much
What?
as he used to. All right?
God.
I'll add this
listen.
one. Yeah. No,
Careful with your
on the real
microphone.
though, Rev is
Rev's the best. He's
super.
selfless.
Yeah, when he was here, like he was just spitting so much game about marketing and like
Yeah.
how
He
has that
everything
shit
works.
down.
He
He
knows
really does.
the whole thing, not just the music part. So yeah,
He's all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen.
He's not
Like I
bad.
said,
Yeah.
No. Listen,
He's a selfless dude. They get it.
he does it all.
yeah.
So
You do it all too, though. This is
Thank
what
you,
we're getting
thank you.
to, yeah.
He's let's.
Rev does more.
Got a long ride still, right? To Springfield. Listen. Yeah.
Try to set me up out of here. Shout out to Rev. It's my guy.
Rev's the best,
Appreciate
man.
everything you
Yeah.
do, bro.
Yeah. No, we had Rev on, and he was talking about you guys went to college together, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
That's when you started making music together.
Pretty much. Me and Rev. So a funny story about Rev is Rev is like an introvert, or he was an introvert. Okay, like he's
Yeah.
always and I love him for that. And but when I had heard, this is like, I'm not kidding when I say this to you. This is not like any type of hyperbole. We were in school, and it's a full college. It's a Division III college. There's thousands of people there.
Right.
I was the only rapper on campus. I didn't know any other rappers.
Yeah.
Back now, the anomaly is the non-rapper, like the one
Yeah.
person.
Everyone raps.
Seriously.
Everyone
Yo,
raps.
do you hear what I'm saying to you? Like, not a single person on campus rapped. So I heard of this kid Rev, and he's from New York, and he's got like this deep voice and shit. And I heard one of his songs. Like, again, even hearing a song was a big deal because it wasn't on your
Right.
phone.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
yeah.
You had to
It was
go on a
really
computer.
hard to record. So yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
So-
Go ahead, tell your
so-
story. Wait, but
So I heard
wait.
Rev, and I called him, and I left like a voicemail on his actual like college,
Damn,
phone.
dude. Wait.
This is so old school.
Yo, I never
You're
even told
dating
this story.
yourself right now,
Yo,
man.
for-
Yeah.
so
this was 2000.
This is 18 years ago. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like
Okay.
19 years ago. Like, so he so I called Rev's phone, and actually I mentioned this in the song off the new album. Speaking of a story song, and anyways, I call up Rev. I'm losing Ben's attention because he's not talking. So let me just try to speed
Yeah,
this
you
up.
gotta speed it up.
So-
Hurry up. Like,
no,
why
but
is
take
the
your
story
time,
taking
This
so
is a
long?
this is a great story because Rev, I left him a voicemail and he didn't call me back. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think I called him again, and I
So
finally
basically, you had to get a restraining order
Yeah.
against you, is what you're saying.
So I got him on the phone, and he was like, kind of really, like I told you, an introvert. Like, yeah, maybe I'll send you the files. I'm like, what? No, we're gonna meet up.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about the music in person. And then I'm not saying like I brought him out of his shell, but he kind of like became more comfortable. He had never we hadn't. I'd recorded myself, and and we made a booth out of our closet. It was actually one of those accordion doors, and we padded it with egg crates from a chick.
Dude, I did the
Love that.
same
Yeah.
thing in
I
college.
love
That's
that.
so funny. Yeah.
So
Everybody's done that at one
Right,
point in
yeah,
their
yeah,
life.
yeah.
which was so dope because he started, and then I heard the other kid was Mayhem that had rapped, and then I met him, and I
Oh,
actually
you all went to school together?
we all went to school
Oh,
together.
okay.
And
I didn't know Mayhem went there.
I
too.
met May
That's
at a
dope.
party, and we didn't know each other, and we like almost got in a fight. Like
I knew it.
They
Really?
split us up. They split us up. I was swinging. They caught us in the middle, and I love that dude. Shout outs to Mayhem.
Yes,
and,
my
and,
guy.
And then he ended up getting in the crew, and we had never heard anybody rap. Like Mayhem was like good 20 years ago the way it took us a couple years to get, like when he first started.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he had a natural flow. Like he just had he sounded like a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And that's the
Yeah.
best compliment I can ever give, because it takes a lot of people time to find their voice.
Definitely.
Anyways, he you know, we started EMS, and Benefit probably around the same time. I mean, he's like, you're 51, 52. How old are
Yo,
you?
bro.
So he started.
First
so
off,
he
I'm
was-
not that much older than you,
Yeah,
Doc, with all
so-
that gray in your beard. Look at that shit.
Listen, I'm proud of who I am, of
Yo,
my salt and pepper.
Listen,
you know?
I actually grew out all my hair to prove a fact.
his
I don't
beard
got
is
no,
his beard is weird.
I have no
Listen,
fucking gray. I
man,
may have a
you-
weird
When you
beard.
say all your hair, you mean just the beard
Everything
part.
top. My shit looks like a wet tennis ball.
Wait,
but
you grew it on top? I didn't know
everything,
that.
100%. I'll show you
I
a
tell my
fucking
kids.
video. I got no fucking gray.
No, but-
they shall die for that
But
shit, bro.
there's nothing wrong with gray. You're alienating
No, there's
all
You
nothing
said
the
I was
wrong with it.
50 fucking 1 years old.
But that's not a
Nothing
lie.
wrong with that.
Listen,
no,
listen.
it is a lie.
There's 30-year-olds with
Listen,
gray hair
so
in their
yeah,
beards,
I've definitely
you know?
been rapping for about
No, but tell them about you
for
were in
like
college.
27 years, 28
You said-
years. Yeah.
I was
That's a
kidding
long
about
time.
51. 27 years. Were you
Yeah.
rapping at 10?
Yeah, I've been
No.
rapping since like 13.
No,
bro,
but listen,
14.
listen.
Yup.
I mentioned him because he was at UMass Amherst, not going to school there. Like probably.
I had a recording studio.
Probably selling stuff to the students. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No,
Businessman.
I'm
Businessman.
Businessman. Yeah, yeah.
What the fuck?
Entrepreneur.
I'm saying
Cut
that
that out.
to
Cut
seriously.
that out. Yeah.
That's gotta go. I don't know this guy. I just met
was
him
a
on the
long
way.
No,
time
no, but all
ago.
jokes aside, he had
Statute of limitation. I have not done anything like that. I
I was
plead
trying
the
to pick
fifth.
you up. No, but
Holy shit!
Yeah.
What's up with you?
hey, that's a compliment, you know.
No, it's not.
All right, so, you know, never get high on your own supply, you
Yep.
know.
Never.
So he had a studio there at college as well. So that, you know, to segue into that.
Yeah, so I definitely
It must have been way harder to do, like you said. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
We didn't have internet. We didn't have.
well, that's what I was saying. Like, I paid tens of thousands of dollars for equipment when I actually opened up that studio in Amherst. I had just came home from prison, so I didn't. And before that, I always owned like a recording studio, and I used to charge for studio time. But what I didn't realize when I opened that studio is that the entry level of home recording was so low. So then what happens is you have a what was a functioning
That's true.
business that you had to get in at 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 has now became 5,000, then lower to 1,000, then to a
$100
few $100.
Yeah.
So now that whole market, that whole business, that the entrepreneurship gone, and what's left?
That's a good point.
So at the end of the day, it ended up, some months I would make the rent and pay the bills, but some months I was coming out of pocket because once people get the music bug, they do 10 hours and like, how can I make this more feasible, less expensive, and how can I do it at my convenience whenever I want? So that's kind of the story there. But at the time,
And not even to like, pat myself on the back. When I met him, he's like, yo, I'm looking for out of everybody, somebody to like actually fucking come through, keep their word, and look out, and you know what I'm saying, do what they say.
Okay.
And that
so
was
this is
the
a whole different conversation.
was-
So this is a dope conversation because it goes to like aspiring entrepreneurs that want to run a record label. Just understand you're in business with everyone you're in business with, to make sure that the people that you're doing music with want the music for themselves more than you want it for them. So
Careful with the
what happens
reverb,
is
yeah. But go ahead.
That's a
yeah.
reverb?
Yeah, but when it goes into the
fucking
microphone,
Italian. That's why I
it
do
goes.
hit
It goes.
things,
You
I
just,
fucking shake
you
shit.
just not touch it because then it,
So listen, but yeah, it basically,
I was saying,
make sure
I-
people.
I was saying in a way when I met him, same way when I met Undo, they were like, "Yo, I'm saying this not like I'm a martyr or Mr. Selfish. I'm saying this because he said to me, yo, and he was a great dude. Yo, I want to have my shit. I want to have people keep their word and be fucking like genuine and have
Reliable.
my back and reliable.
Lot of
and that's when he got
flakes,
added
yeah.
to the
Yeah.
crew. No, but and that's what we did.
When
and
did
he,
EMS actually start? Was
so
it right when you all
me,
met?
Me,
or-
Rev, and May, and then we added, Benefit and Undo
Okay.
and
Desco.
Desco.
Okay.
And shout out to Core. Core's an
Core.
original
And
member
Core,
too.
too.
You know,
Was it something that was like happening and then you all decided like we're EMS, or was
it's
it
just
like
it's just
a
my
name?
friends. It's just my closest friends and
Okay.
It's more like the dope thing about EMS is if you think about it, if you can get like, it's like Voltron, you know what I'm saying? You got the head, which is kind of like M. Dot. Maybe he's the torso. I don't know. We said that Rev was the brains earlier,
Yeah.
but then you got us. We're like other extremities and rent. And when we come together, we can do a lot of dope shit.
Yeah.
And when we're all on the same page,
But-
it's
but I
definitely
was-
more productive. And
I
fruitful.
was saying it because like we have an actual when he came, like when he said that to me, like I put him in EMS because he like I wanted somebody that was my friend and that like he wanted help with something. I wanted to put him down with us to show him like there are good people out there that you can work with that can fucking keep their word.
It's not that I don't
Yeah,
work
right.
with good people. I'm just saying, like, when you come from like a street environment.
No,
or
we're
you
talking
have-
about
no.
we're talking about the people like friends
I'm-
you knew shot at you or like you know what I'm trying
I
to say.
mean,
Like,
listen, there's so like I do have a documentary coming out. Check it out. It's gonna be the
I'm
Tangiers.
giving you props saying that like I fucking.
But
you
what
wanted, I
but
kept
what
my
I'm
word.
saying to you, I don't want to discredit and say like
Of
I don't.
course.
There's like good. I've always had good people around me. I still got those people around me. But music is a commitment, and it takes a lot. So it's good to be around good people musically that are
Definitely.
pushing to put out
Yeah,
quality
but you
music.
said what is
making it
EMS? What did
priority.
EMS do more than any other thing in the entire?
It's a family. We
No,
brother.
but like that everything is on a high level. Everything.
Oh
is,
yeah,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
like
And
you
that's-
know you can't do everything. Lesson number 2, folks.
Yeah.
You cannot do everything.
We
You-
learn that every time we do a
Yeah,
podcast.
there you go. Look at you guys are doing everything. You
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
setup. It's a lot of work, and the more you overextend yourself, the less that you're actually getting done.
Right.
And that's a fact. So get a good team. Put
Yeah.
people who like to play their position. Right seat, right person. Boom.
Like the 08 Celtics.
and I'm doing that shit again. Exactly.
But for me, like we always talk about this, I do everything. Meaning, and I like okay, like if the producer doesn't show up, I'll produce. If I can't get the show, I'll book it myself.
Yeah.
If we need art, I'll make the art.
Yeah.
I made the art for theirs, or I produced on the Tangiers project, or I'll book the show, or I'll mix the song. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm saying because if someone's not going to step up, we plug and play.
So my
Yeah.
guy who introduced me to M. Dot, this dude Mario, he came to me. He was like, "Yo, you really got to fuck with M. Dot. He works really hard." And then that's when he brought him through the studio when I had it in Amherst.
She
And
brought a newspaper article out that I was in that day. I remember bringing it
yeah,
to
and
the
then we
studio.
went down to a radio station at Amherst College and bodied that shit. And then, not too long after that, but yeah, he just really, talked about his work ethic, which is 100%. And I called him the other day and commended him, like, I don't know how you do it, because it's the navigation of all those components, all those people.
And because we care about it the most, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but that's the truth. Like I'll plug and play and but I want my friends to be more than rappers. I want them to offer something else. You know what I'm saying? Like they have to do something more, whether it's like, make artwork or produce or you know what I'm trying to say, DJ or
Can't
be a
just
hype
do one
or a
thing,
hype
yeah.
man. Like anybody, we can have a rapper anywhere and they can be half good. It's just the other stuff is more vital.
It's super
Absolutely.
important. Yeah,
But
it's
go
like
ahead, yeah.
it's like the intangibles, like
Yeah.
you think you got to show up,
yeah.
do consistently, do all those things. I want to ask you were talking about the expenses of recording and stuff. So before we get too far away from it,
Yep.
it sounds like you're an analog guy. So you guys had like analog setups before.
At one point, yeah,
Do-
definitely.
You must have been around when like everyone was like, it was the debate of like, do I get Waves plugins or do I keep buying hardware? Like, do you guys have a philosophy on that?
I mean, at this point, I really think it's getting the right person who knows their room,
Okay.
that's mixing in that room, and the acoustics in the room aren't as important as knowing the room and knowing your monitors and understanding the frequencies you're getting back. So I mean, I think you can right now at this point, I think that the analog has something soft that it's hard to replicate. That's why you see like those old Beatles records and
Yeah.
some of that stuff like is timeless. But if you got the right engineer, it's all about the
figure it
ear
out,
and,
right.
and the room and understands and works through it. And so it's really the person that's at the helm, not so much the ship. It's about who's driving the boat. In
So
my
are you guys
opinion.
mix and mastering your own stuff these days?
Hell
or-
no.
No, not currently. It's like some of the records are of such paramount means. So like we have to make sure. My homie Census in Germany, he does a lot of the mixing. It just depends, man. Like,
Oh, fire.
and that's another thing is we have a lot of people who do stuff with us for us without monetary means, meaning they actually want to work with us because they know how passionate we are about what we
appreciate
do.
all of you.
And we like I keep them a part of it. A big thing that I can stress to everybody, I was telling Ben this earlier, is if you have people a part of something, there's a different type of feeling when they're pushing it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
like you root for something. Sadly, be like a home team, because it's a part of you because your father rooted for
Correct.
it, or it's a home team.
Correct.
And there's a bitterness when you're left out. Unfortunately, those are more of that's more of an insecurity side of it. But with music, if you kind of let everybody, so my other homie DJ Mex, shout outs to him. I'm having him mix a record on the album, and he would support us either way. But now he's a part of this album. That's a special album. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but if you're there, availability is like 99, in my opinion, 90% of it. If you're there to be on the field,
Availability is the best ability.
that I believe that in my heart and soul.
I hear you, but I also believe like practice makes perfect.
Oh,
you
of
really
course.
got to rehearse. verse. It's really about
Yeah, that's what we do. I'm talking about.
but also the running for mayor part of it. If we're talking about like the total
Politics,
package,
yeah.
the politics behind it, not burning bridges, trying to retain relationships.
I live that, you know.
That
That's
always says use people, not misuse people.
Yeah.
You know, and
big.
reciprocate. I think like reciprocation is important. Like if someone does something for you, make sure you're not a scumbag. You know,
But just-
show them the gratitude.
I
Be a
could
good
go-
fucking person.
I could go on forever about just keeping your word, not burning bridges, doing what you're
Right.
supposed to do, being here tonight. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I said I'm going to do. I'm going to be here. And I want benefit to get shine. And I want, but that's a good thing. And it comes full circle. It's not
Yeah.
me doing it. I'm not altruistic. Like, it's not like I'm doing
Right.
it like where I'm super like selfish. I'm doing it because it helps me too. Like being on here helps me no matter what level I'm at. But like I said, outside of all that other stuff, including others makes them feel a part of it and makes them more excited to push it, makes them more excited. You know what I'm saying? Like, and them just being there, just shooting them a text, hey, how's it going? Or yo, I like this, or yo, check out this song. And if they're responsive and you're talking, and then in the background you hear something and you're like, yo, matter of fact, why don't you get on this? Or why don't you jump on this? Like, just
Incorporate people where you can.
incorporate them and plug and play. Like you don't have to overuse people either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like I'll have this guy engineer something, but I'll have somebody else engineer something, and it's not even playing favorites, it's just trying to spread it out. You know what I'm saying?
Totally. I mean, you can't like overwork anybody. Like you're the guy who does all my mixes, so every week
They're
you're
gonna get
sending them
burnt out.
something.
They're gonna get burnt
Right.
out. And like I said, I'm lucky enough where I have people do a lot of barter system because, you know, they understand the
Right.
game. You know, like I'd rather
Fucking
have
expensive to get a bunch of people.
I tell the story all the time, Doug. Like I have 3 kids. I don't put too much money into music, and people are blown away by that with the people
Yeah.
that we work with. But a lot of the stuff is a trade. Benefit brought that Buck Wild beat to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but like
That was actually not a trade. I wouldn't, you know, I just wanted to
but I'm
make
saying
a contribution
I'm saying
to the movement.
I'm just using an example. It comes
Right.
back. It comes back. So later, I got him on a Buck Wild beat that I had. You know what I'm saying? Like, or he wanted EMS
That's a
on
fact.
it.
But yo,
But I
it's dope
just
that
meant-
you brought that up. Like you didn't even know that, and it's just a coincidence to bring that
But
up.
he
It's
like
kinda
he
dope.
liked you like the song, and they all have a story like that. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just want to say that stuff right there is the like.
What really happened was in that situation with the Buck Wild beat is I remember he sent over the beats, and it was a beat that beat would have been kind of.
I said to you, no, I said I was real with him.
It was like, so we could have did a record
No, I said, yo,
together.
this is more of a solo song. Can we do another one?
Well, no, there was a couple beats, and one of them was a dope option. I was initially going to be on the album, and then I stepped out of the way because it did make sense for him to have the opportunity
But I also was
to create this
transparent.
song that ultimately you just said was your favorite song on the.
But I
on
was
the
I was
record.
transparent where I said, yo, this is more of a solo song.
Correct.
Like we didn't compromise the record, and he understood. And then it comes back around. Now he's on the next album. You know what I'm saying? So it's just being that Rev wasn't on the first one. Now he's all over the second one. And he's on Dining in Dystopia. But listen, this was the whole point I was trying to say. I get paid, like, let's just say $300 from this dude in Germany, like 12 years ago. He wants me to do a feature. He pays like a bunch of rappers, right? And I do my shit, and like I make it a song. I care about the record. I stay in touch with them.
Push it.
I push it. I put it on big sites. I go to Germany. I hang out with him. We shoot a video for it. I meet the director. I meet the
Right.
engineer. Check this out, right?
How long were you in Germany for?
Oh, I've
Sorry,
12 European
no,
tours?
I've toured a lot of Germany, but so I went and this is insane. Ready? So this is like maybe 2011 or 2000, whatever, right around there.
Yeah.
Brother, I do this video. I meet the director. I do this song. I meet the engineer. Okay. Think about this. So I do the song for $300. The other artists that he paid for that album, all these other people, they don't write him back. They send one word answers, if at all. They don't promote the song. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they think it's just some German dude that they can just milk off of and get some money off of. He becomes my friend. He starts coming over, like spending time with my family and the kids on the holidays. I go to Germany. He gets me shows. Like I get paid shows. One of the shows turns out where I meet DJ Access. Shouts to DJ Access. He connects me with Morlock Dilemma. Or excuse me, it's reverse. I meet Morlock Dilemma. He connects me with DJ Access. DJ Access connects me with this dude Tim out of Germany. I killed the show with him in Duisburg, Germany, whatever. I don't want to say douchebag Germany. And, shout
You
out to
can if you
Germany.
want. Yeah.
No, I love Germany. And I killed the show. At the show, I'm with the Far Side. After the show, they bring me up on stage. They're fucking jumping on me. It's like a theater, right? There's up top's like people, down below is people. Yo, this dude, after the promoter's like, yo, how can I repay you? I was like, yo, I've been trying to get it on Hip Hop Kemp for years. Every year they don't get back to me. He's like, I got you. Boom, boom, boom. He writes them, right? Next morning, I get an email. Hey, would you like to do hip hop camp? Which is like hip hop. It's like Woodstock of Europe.
Okay.
I performed in
I was gonna say, I'm not sure what that is.
performed in an airplane hangar in Czech Republic. So, Jizza,
Damn, dude.
Evidence, me. It's a festival. I was one of the headliners, and so they paid me a lot of money, and I brought EMS with me. I gave the check to Workside. I said, fly out Core, fly out Victor Keys. Lateb came on his own because he was already there. Get them there so we can have a better show. Rehearsed for the show.
Yep.
But the whole point of the story is that kid who got me on that song, he had a song with Conway. And he held the song, and he hey yo, you want to jump on this shit with me and Conway? I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit, I was just added on.
Yeah.
I didn't, you know what I mean? Like this dude, I got that shit off the strength because of that friendship that I made a long time ago, where I treated this dude like a human being. You know what I'm saying? So
Relationships.
That's
are
what
think of what I just said.
That's
That
big.
became hip hop camp,
Yeah.
and that's just a life lesson where and that's some real shit where I could be like, nah, I got it like that. Nah, no, man, I got that shit because I was who I am, and I treated people
Genuine.
right, and I worked hard on the song. I didn't just brush it off, say the wrong country in the feature, say the wrong name. Cats do the song. They do songs for these dudes, and they're saying Sweden when the dude's from Switzerland. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
I don't
careless.
really know the difference.
I love the laugh, dog. No, that's the best.
Yo.
But anyways, the whole point is that $300. What's worth more than $300 is doing a song with Conway, performing at a festival that's Woodstock of Europe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's worth
That is
more.
dope.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's what that became, and I have a million stories like that. A million.
I was gonna say the amount
Because-
of big names that you've worked
there you
with.
go, and we don't.
And a lot of that,
And it's
like
off
you're
the
saying,
strength, off the
happens-
strength, off the
happens
strength.
organically from making relationships.
Or like
and stuff.
Ben, like where we're just he has this record and he sends me this to jump on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, or he got it from
Well,
so and so.
it becomes a conversation. Like, okay, I got a record. Okay, usually a record is about 3 verses. I could write the whole record, do the hook, everything, mix it. But like he said, get people involved. So if I'm gonna add an MC to a record that I have, why not add M. Dot? Because he works so hard, he's gonna push
Thank
it
you.
to the next level.
Yeah.
And you know I'm here, so it's gonna keep.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's a matter like, okay, I'm helping him, and ultimately helping him is helping me, and
Right.
vice versa.
You got
He's
it.
put me on
You
a
got
lot
it.
of. He's put me on a lot of records that
But
and,
you deserve it, like
got
now-
me paid features, everything. So I appreciate everything. Paid shows. So and I've done more. Also brought me to a different level with my live performance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
we
really working
rehearse.
hard.
We rehearse, and he got
Yeah.
better
Yeah.
with rehearsing. You know what I'm saying?
Because thinking having that arrogant mindset, like you're the shit, my man, you suck. Go watch some real live rehearse.
Yeah.
You should have your fucking performance so dope that not only does your energy connect with the crowd, but also it looks so rehearsed that it looks unrehearsed, like it's just
Yeah.
like a God gifted talent.
you wanted
no
to-
one
At
can
our-
even tell.
at the
when
show
you're
last
doing that
week,
shit,
Shows are boring. Yeah, go ahead.
Rev and Godilla at the show
They're
last
great
week.
performers.
Oh, they
The
were
tightest. I mean, sorry everybody else. They were the tightest act. Their breath control was on point, and I'm positive that they talked
Right.
about it on the podcast that they will do their set on the treadmill or something like.
Yeah,
to
but you
just
know,
have it
I'm
ready.
There it is.
I'm a brag on this. I taught them we gotta rehearse before shows.
Yeah.
And by the way, I didn't fucking make that shit up.
Hey.
I looked it up. I
Right,
looked it
right,
up.
of course.
Meaning. But I brought that energy needs to be around our crew.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
listen,
You know what I'm
it's like really getting in front of the mirror, looking at your mannerism, looking at where you could be,
was a good way
even
to
managing the stage. At no part of the stage should be unoccupied. You should try to be,
and water is a huge factor.
Yeah, and liquor is a non-factor.
I
don't
Try not to drink too much.
I don't
until
drink
after
before the
show.
shows. I drink after the shows.
I
you
have
know what I'm
like
saying?
one or
Support,
something, but
yeah.
like
But that's cool. People do that to loosen up or even just
yeah.
to chill. I like to be fucking super clear-headed and super, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, from a vocal
It's important to know your own boundaries because I mean it's easy to you think you're nice and loose. You might be comfortable up there, but
But
you
you look
watch it
sloppy.
back
tone.
and
And you
you're
watch
slurring.
the videos, man. You just spoke.
That's
over
the
There it
thing,
is.
Yeah.
There
you
it
could
is.
be. Yeah. When you're shit faced up there, you probably feel like you're doing.
and also
Yeah.
like not rapping over your own lyrics is another mistake.
Yeah.
It's a constant. What you're trying to do is compensate for your lack of showmanship and the lack of the fact that you're trying to be unrehearsed. Get yourself a good hype man. Get someone that's one thing I bring to the table. If we perform, it's gonna be a body bag. I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna fuck it up, and that's the goal. Like I'm trying to. I'm like we're gonna whatever. Like the
Yeah.
energy has to be
Yeah.
connecting. It has to be powerful.
We go through hats at the shows, the
Yeah.
sweat through hats.
I told him I need a hat in my rider. Every time you got to buy me a new hat, I'll perform, but I need a new hat.
It's
every
thinking long term.
Yeah.
Thinking big picture. Thinking, a lot of it's. you
and
got
that
it.
shows because you've lasted 20 years in the game now,
and
you're
we're
still doing
consistent,
this
and the
stuff.
music's getting better,
And it's getting
and the
better.
features
And
are
the
getting
features
better,
are
and the
getting bigger.
productions
Pete
getting
Rock,
better.
Cool G Rap. How'd the Cool G Rap thing happen?
So that's John Moran. There's another one. John Moran's my homie. He hit me up. He hit me up for a paid feature. Hit up Rev first, and then he hit up me. This is like 15 years ago, and we became friends. We did a little project together. We run MPC, and he just John Moran. I connected him with Benefit. They did a song with Mobb Deep.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Was it
like,
full Mobb Deep on it, right?
Mobb Deep.
That's crazy.
And
That's
it
insane.
was really ill. I was just gonna say, wow, like the whole conversation has been full circle. Yeah, like John Moran got me the feature with Mobb Deep. The way it worked is basically shout out to my man QB Rap P. You know, I used to, you know, I don't want to get too deep into it, but my guys from the Bridge. John Moran already had the Havoc verse.
He had somebody. You added somebody else.
He had the Havoc verse, and I reached out to my guy from Queensbridge, and he got me the Prodigy verse. And thanks to John Moran for making that happen.
But see, that
he sent me
connects.
extra. I remember because at the time the euro was worth more than the American dollar, and we were talking about like what it would be to facilitate this record, and he ended up sending me extra money, like because the euro, he was like, "Yo, don't worry about the change."
But he
was
was
a good
very
dude.
proud that you did it. So
It was easy. It's just not. It's not a hard thing to do. Money talks.
staying in touch with people, Me and him, I talked to him yesterday. Keep people connected.
Yeah.
We haven't done anything every day, and then all of a sudden, boom, I was like, yo, John Moran, he had a Cool G Rap track that he wanted me to jump on, and I was like, yo, send me that, and he was really cool where he was like, yo, you can use that because I was like, I want to, and again, I was transparent. I was like, yo, I want to do a different beat for this. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, okay. He adjusted, and he just did the cuts. He didn't produce it. Yeah. So then I hit up Mighty. Yo, you want to talk about full circle? The Conway song, I added Nutso. My brother Nutso did me a solid because I put him on that Conway song. It was almost like, yo, I want to look out for you. He got me Mighty VIC, who I'm now really good friends with, because I put him on that Conway. Mighty VIC is the original Beatnuts. He produced Boomerang for Big Pun. He produced Remember Pun. He produced that other Pun song. What the hell's the name of it, dog? It's gonna drive me crazy, but whatever. He produced Big Noid and Mobb Deep on DJ Clue's album. He produced Nas. He produced there was another huge one they did. He produced My Life for Cool G Rap.
Okay.
It only made sense, so we got him to do the beat, and he's my friend. He did it for I don't want to say like his business, but he did it as my friend. There was no and he mixed the record. And he's like, yo, can I have my homie master it? I'm like, who's your homie? Eddie Sancho. Eddie Sancho did Reasonable Doubt, Ready to Die, Gangsta, every Primo beat for the last 30 years.
Shit.
Insane.
Yo, so
Wild.
that Cool G Rap shit that this dude trusted with me became Mighty VIC from the Beatnuts with Eddie Sancho mixing it. You know what I'm saying? So then guess who I add on the record? I'm like, yo, Rev, dog, because that dude, it's just, again, like, yo, I want to reach back. Rev does so much for me.
Right.
And he was
honestly,
there.
That's how it should be. Because if you were a stranger, that would cost you like 10 grand.
You
like,
got it.
that's
Nothing.
Unbelievable.
Nothing.
Insane.
Yo, but be real with you. Like, VIC gave Sancho a couple bucks to mix it, and I gave Vic the dough for that. But like, he would be astronomical.
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
Alchemist and Evidence is engineer and shit. Now, like I said, Jay-Z, you go down the line. Eddie Sancho's behind all that shit. Shout out to Eddie Sancho. And again, I just meant that it came together like that.
While we're name dropping, how did Method Man get on there?
Again, so man, I want to try to expedite this story. This kid, DC Soul Plus Mine, was a fan on the MySpace era. He hit me up. We did a song. I pushed the song. I got it on all the websites. He's like, yo, I can't believe you did this. I'm like, dog, like, whatever, man. I ain't, you know what I mean? I got on Two Dope Boys. I'm like, this is nothing, Yeah. I went to Cali. I got him in a video. And he was like, yo, thank you. I'll never forget this. And like years later, he did a song with Method Man. He does music licensing. He does songs for like movies and stuff. He did a song with Method Man in California because Method Man does movies now. He don't care about doing rap features. I'm sure he does plenty. I just meant like that's not his stuff.
I mean, he was in The Wire, so
he's
got a lot going on.
I'm sure he's making more movies. You know what I'm saying? No, he's killing it with music, but he doesn't need to do rap features to live, I don't think, So he did the song with him, and DC sent me the song to jump on. They got their approval from Method Man and the people, and then I was like, yo, can I use it for my shit? And that was it. Like, dog.
Wow.
Because I can't even think what Method Man, what he would have been back then when we got him. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was added to that record. That's a fact.
That's crazy.
That's
so You've
awesome.
gotten all these big features just off of networking.
99.9%.
Yeah.
And they become real because the other people see that record and then oh shit, like let's get down. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
High Tech, Rev got that beat. Rev gave me the beat like cause he was talking about me to High Tech. That came together like that. You know what I'm saying? So there's plenty of them that come off of the other stuff.
Right.
Oh shit, I like this song with so and so. Here's a beat. You know what I'm saying?
It's really about the work ethic. You got to respect it, man.
Yeah.
And then the hustle, the work ethic. It's like anything else. If you want to make it materialize, make
Right.
it happen. Don't sit back, take control,
Man,
You
and
started
get it rocking.
20 years ago and you never let up.
Never stop. Let's what's Rocky 5? Let's put some hustle behind that muscle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
but that's it. That's it. You know.
So I found an article from 2008 in the Boston Herald. About
Wow, dude. Marty Calabrero, I can't even say his last name, but that's who did the article. I remember.
Oh,
that shit.
okay.
It's a big deal to be in the Herald back then.
That's huge. And then 2010, you were nominated or you won Best Hip Hop Artist at the BMAs in 2010.
Yo.
So when did you start getting these big placements? I mean, you've been in the Boston Globe before too.
Yeah.
I mean, early on, you found your way. You started. Getting your name out
I
there.
started sending them my music like every
Yeah.
day. I mean, I'm pretty sure I showed up at the actual Herald and Globe and like put my CD
love
in
that.
their mailbox.
I love that.
Brother. People didn't listen. And this is created in my mind. There's a chip I created, like fucking the way Tom Brady has his chip and
Yeah.
shit. Oh, the coach doesn't like me, or I
Yeah.
gotta prove this dude wrong.
Like Kanye, if you saw the documentary,
I
he was
haven't
like
seen
that.
it yet.
I did.
People, in my mind, they're still sleeping. You know, so I have to give them no reason
Yes.
to sleep for a second. I want to be that alarm that's going off every time they try to go to bed. I want that shit to be buzzing in their
love
fucking ear, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just made that up on the spot. I'm glad it worked.
Yeah,
No, but
it's
like
important.
But like that's it. I want people to be like, holy shit, okay, all right, I give in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
let the music be have
Let it be undeniable.
we did the Conway shit, and I knock on wood, I have not heard a negative thing because what I did on the Conway shit is exactly who I am.
Right.
I didn't talk about selling crack and fucking killing people.
Right.
I talked about my homies dying from doing drugs. I talked about my homies committing suicide or girls that I know that became junkies or dudes who lie when they, you know what I'm saying? They go and snitch. I talked about shit that I deal with and the other side of it. I didn't fake who I was and I still fit on a song with Conway. And that's the dopest part for me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Like I can be who I am and they can't take that from me.
Right.
People are running away from who they are. I'm running towards who I am.
Yeah.
And a lot of people
learned
would,
that-
would
I
get
learned
on a
that-
song with someone like Conway and try to match his
Brother,
vibe
and that's
try
not
to
gonna
tell
work.
the same story even though they didn't.
I
live
don't.
it.
I don't
Yeah.
want to be that. I don't want 10 years from now. I don't want to be like, damn, dog. I still gotta be this character.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I just meant.
Way
I just
better
meant.
to not
exhausting.
be a character.
Yo,
yeah.
but if you're running to
Be who you are.
people,
Yeah.
yo, people fucking like it more. I said I never had. I got in the union. I do the put in the windows, the buildings up high and shit. Where I put in
for real?
the glass on the highest. Dog, I got in the union because the tours were shut down. We need to buy a house, and I can't buy a house. I need to show a paper trail of money. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We were doing good. We're doing good, but like to buy a house, you need to show fucking money on the
a
books.
large amount of income, just especially
Yes,
you're trying
to get
buy
the
a house in
loan.
the Boston
To get
area.
the loan.
Yeah.
Boston's top 5 cities in the country to live in, most expensive.
it's
Food for
even
thought.
worse
So-
now. It's
so-
so
Yeah,
hard.
it's like top
yeah.
two.
So I had money, I had credit, I just didn't have a job history. I got in the union. So fast forward, I posted a picture of me like hanging over the side of a building, like putting in a window and shit. I've never seen a response like this. Local 717, Detroit, local 829, whatever, Cali. People were blown away that we do this music and we're doing that. I'm up
Yeah.
at 4:30 a.m. working, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not working.
What is that like? You're really up, like hanging from.
Oh,
a building?
100%. I'm not.
So you're
I'm,
one of those guys way up there.
I'm
Like,
not. Listen. I'm not saying like. Listen. Right now, I'm laid off, so I'm not there these last couple months.
That's all right.
But I was there the entire, last like 9 months before that, and I just wanted to prove that I could do. I didn't do it because I want to prove. I'm saying like I didn't want that to hinder.
Damn.
I didn't want that to hinder me still doing music.
Right.
I didn't want to be like, well, that's an easy excuse. Oh, yo, like,
It's
I'm
a
working-
sacrifice, bro.
Curiosity.
Yo, thank you.
It's a sacrifice.
have to, yeah.
And the balance and the sacrifice.
Dog.
And every balancing act, it takes a sacrifice to balance. So to keep things out about, like, it's just an act. It's an act of balancing. And, bro,
And you find the positives.
and I think, I have kids. My youngest is 18. I look back
Your
and
youngest is 18.
my youngest is 18. That's a fact.
You are 51.
He says that politely.
Fuck you, what do you say? Listen, I'm 40 years old, but yeah, my youngest is 18. She just turned 18. And Bro, it's different, man.
But that's an
It's
accomplishment.
different, yeah.
Meaning
But if I-
accomplishment having kids.
But
that,
if I
you
go
know.
back in time, I'm done, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have kids. Don't have kids too late. You'll be
Right.
old with a bad back, chasing them little motherfuckers around. That's not my situation. They good. Now I'm like I could start living, but I could have went back and I couldn't sacrifice not being full-time parents of my kids. I had to find a balance, and EMS allowed me to maintain that balance. Now I have a little bit more time. They're grown. I don't gotta watch them, even though I should. Like I think about these little motherfuckers driving and shit. I'm like, I say a prayer for everyone else on the road every day. I wake up,
No,
all
that's
that
right.
shit.
That's
Yeah,
right.
100%.
It's a sacrifice. You have to find that balance. I
hard.
mean that. That's
And it goes back to the queen having a supporting woman.
You said it.
That can
You
help
said
you
it.
balance.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
babe, go
be-
do that. I'm gonna
that-
hold down the family. If you
That's
don't
why
got
it's
that-
communication. Yo, I'm going away. It's that Martin Lawrence skit. I mean, that Martin Lawrence comedy. He's like, hey, baby, see ya. Like, he leaves every, 10 minutes. I don't know if you remember that shit.
Yeah, I do.
And then she's like, see ya. She's fucking going to bang somebody else, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
If you, so I tell my girl 6 months out, this is when I'm going on tour. It's these 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? But leading up to that 6 months, I'm not going out every night. I'm not.
Well, I
fucking-
mean, if we're having a relationship conversation, I think it's about like letting them do their thing too. Like, you know
got
what I'm
it.
saying? So I encourage like a girl's trip. Shit, I'll even pay for
Yeah.
the Airbnb.
I
Like,
don't
go
trust. Yeah.
enjoy it because
I don't trust girls who don't have friends. I mean that.
Yeah.
Be
Yes.
careful of that, dog.
Yes,
What do you mean?
Absolutely.
Girls who don't have girlfriends. Those are the ones that kind of dig in
That's
on the
sketchy.
dude and hold on to him to fuck. You can't go here. Like, yo,
Yeah, no,
I'm
I
saying
mean,
beware of that.
those
Right.
are early warning signs. You guys go to
You-
college. They had a freshman seminar and they say if someone's trying to control you, here's the sign.
Yo,
That's,
that's-
that's like a field
that
thing.
must be like
Hell
that,
yeah.
that must be like number one. Like if they have no other girlfriends,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah,
like, yo,
yeah.
you
Huge
tell
red
you what
flag.
to do and who you can see
Like,
and all
you've
that
lived
weird
this
shit.
long and you didn't make any friends.
No,
Like,
but the
come on.
reason is because whoever the guy they're with, they alienate everyone from that and from their relationship.
Brainwashing is a real
Toxic.
thing at any point in
Yeah.
time. If you allow someone to brainwash you or project their bullshit on you and let it consume you, it can happen.
But like I said, last thing I'll say is the sacrifice is it's what you want. If I'm getting up at 4:30 and I'm going in Boston and I'm doing this job till 7 p.m. to get home at 8, I have to make time. I have to find time to be able to do what I love. Life is short, dog. Life is fucking quick, dog. Like we were
Yeah.
just conversating about this song. Now it's recorded. Now we're here. I'm gonna be home soon. Fucking
legacy.
God willing, and we're trying to make
Yeah.
a legacy with no excuses, dog. You say you're gonna do it, do it.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
someone, if
Don't
they-
waste anyone's time.
Yes,
Yeah.
and if somebody says they're gonna do something, I'm gonna hold them accountable. And if they're not gonna do it, I'm gonna fucking do it.
But you
I'm
know
gonna
what?
take that
Also
spot.
be mindful of other people's time.
Yeah.
I think that's a mistake too, especially in these situations. You have to realize like people's time is valuable. So
It's
it's
money.
a two-way
Yeah.
street.
Right.
It's not like if people are showing up for you, be mindful of that shit. It's not that doesn't come easy. 10 real motherfuckers is gonna come pop out for you is not like an easy thing to find.
Absolutely.
You know, like that means a lot. So understand, don't waste their time. Like you said,
Exactly,
be mindful
yeah.
of if you're in a recording studio and someone's recording you for free. We had this conversation.
I just said to him today.
Yeah, but I took like a 15-minute phone call
It's all
and
good,
recorded because
but
my
I-
bro was
but
in
I
the
say-
islands drunk, and it was just hilarious.
I say it to him because the way that I would want him to push me, I want to be on point. We had a video years ago where I was fucking drinking and shit. He pulled me to the side, but that's the way that we're supposed to be. That's the best thing about the crew.
Yes.
is we're trying to help each other. There was parts on the song today. I'm like, yo, redo this
You know
part.
what? You're
I want
right.
you to sound doper than me.
Yeah.
We are not yes sayers, and that's what makes. That's
There it
what
is.
makes. That's
No
what,
yes
you know.
men. If
No
you have
yes
yes men, if motherfuckers ain't never telling you
Man,
no,
listen.
and there's a difference between being a hater and a yes man, like or not being a yes man and being a hater. Being a hater is meaning. Like this extra shit. Like my boy Messiah Kane was in some battle shit with Mickey Fats, and dudes was putting zeros and ones and shit. And it's
Shout out
like,
to Kane.
shout out to Messiah Kane. Follow my cousin. Follow Tangier 711. Benefit CTN. But yeah, since we plug in, fuck it. But yeah. They were giving them zeros and ones, and at the end of the day, Mickey Fact's like, yeah, we're not even counting that. That's just pure hate. And the reality of it is that's being a hater. You know, if you see a white rapper pop up and you're calling him B-Rabbit or some shit, I mean, that's kind of being a hater. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Recognize the talent, see what it is, see the fire. Like, if it's dope, it's dope.
I'll let y'all continue,
I
yeah.
want to ask
He's
you
right.
just a quick question. This is more like, this is kind of a tie into previous podcasts we've had, a little philosophical. You mentioned, like, you're up on the high rise. You're kind of like on a building. We've likened performing to like adrenaline seekers, do you feel at all any parallel between like being up in those heights to also being on stage?
Listen, I'm fucking up there, dog. Is fucking scary, dog. Like
Right,
I don't
yeah.
care what they strap you in with, dog.
Yeah, no.
Yo, like no. What I'm saying is, I'm the stage. Yes, it's a rush, but like the fear. I can't. I
A
can't.
dropping to your death.
I can't
Yeah.
explain to you like how crazy it is. Like
That's gotta
and
be
it's,
crazy.
And it's like, dude, the people are like insects on the ground. You know
Yeah.
what
I
I'm
want
saying?
to go
Like,
skydiving, bro.
no, but
Bucket list.
I meant this shit, and I got vertigo. I got vertigo where I'm kind of like off
You
balance.
got more
some
than
days.
vertigo, bro.
No,
Yikes.
but
You
like
got any
Fact, you got
songs
way
about
more
that?
than vertigo.
We're gonna get some songs about heights.
yo, but it's just a trip, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I can imagine.
But-
That's like a
but
that's
yes,
almost like a drug.
you know
on
what
its
it is?
own.
It is.
Yeah.
It was a rush. First time I did it was Christmas Eve. I was on the ledge. The dude wasn't
the
there.
fuck?
Called out on Christmas Eve. That's when I was working.
Honey, I'm going on the top of
24
100. Yeah,
And I started on
I'm
the
gonna
top
jump.
floor. I started on the top floor. It was the day, like I said before, like we were gonna get out earlier that day, and I
Got a
put it.
special gift for you, honey, underneath the pillow, just in case I don't make it.
I put in the, I had no idea. I got there. He goes, yo, fucking put your harness on. I'm like, "Lo, let's go." And I was geeked. I got off and I was like, let's fucking go. Because you're right. It gave me like a complete rush,
Yeah.
you know?
That is
that is
definitely
cool.
fire.
Bro, dog, like I'm saying, like we're over the ledge. So like we pull the window in. So it's pulled up on a crane. I reach out and I grab it and we pull it in. I'm not saying I do it every day. Shout out the Glazers who do every day, put in the windows.
Yeah. Is that like you suction cup it and then like pull it in?
Sometimes, no, you actually grab it with your hand. You
Oh,
took out that
fuck.
picture and pull it in.
How's the wind? When the gust of
And
wind.
when the winds, forget
what
about
I'm
it.
saying.
I haven't done it. I haven't done it enough where it's like I can say, but dog,
Yeah.
in the rain, yo, it's like you're going for a ride, Doug.
Yo,
man.
bro, I could just imagine. I was in the car today. I got a brand new 2021. You know what I'm saying? This shit got like that shit was wind would come. I was
Flex.
like, whoa. I was like, this is weird. And just the wind. Imagine being up that high, having that wind shaking you to fuck around. I'm all set with that.
Yeah,
No.
I
I'm
have
not-
a
that's
theory
not a
that
good job.
artists are adrenaline seekers, and that
Sure,
We
like,
are.
sure,
ends
I'm
up
definitely
I
an
am.
adrenaline
Yeah.
seeker.
I'm definitely an adrenaline seeker.
That is exciting. Yeah, I was just kind of curious because we've had other people say similar things, like that they kind of like lean towards things like that, and like because so many people have stage fright, but other people embrace that, and it's like
Yes.
it gives them energy, you know. So
Yeah, man.
I think
absolutely.
I mean, I don't think we've ever been in a stage fright moment. I think it's just those first couple lines.
Yeah.
Like once you get going and making sure you have strong people to back you up.
Yeah.
That's important. So your fumbles are scooped up by, you know,
yeah.
the fullback or
You're only as good as your preparation too. Like I
Yeah.
feel safer on stage because I've prepared. You know what I'm saying?
That's the
Yeah.
thing.
And when I haven't prepared, like he said, we have. I like.
it's annoying.
It's
No,
the same. It's the
yeah.
same doing the podcast. Like if I haven't prepared before, I'll feel much more nervous than if
Right,
I,
Sure.
if I actually know about
That's-
the person that we're interviewing.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Will Smith says it all the time in all those little inspirational
Entanglements.
and
oh
inspirational
no, don't do it.
inspirational stories he does where he's like, yo, the how to stop all that shit is preparation.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's
It's a
it,
fact.
man. So
you get rid of all the nerves and the.
and I'm with my friends. I'm with my friends. I'm not just with I'm with people I know who got me. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
shout out to Core, man. He's like a genius when it comes to like memorizing stuff.
Yeah,
and,
Core's definitely.
you know,
a
he's
beast.
one of the EMS guys
EMS, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we got to talk Celtics before we let you
Let's
guys go.
go, yeah,
we got to
100%.
talk a little bit of Celtics.
Did you
Okay,
want-
who's
yeah.
better? I'm gonna take over the show. Tatum or Brown? Go.
Oh, that's not even. Yeah, it's
Tatum.
not, are you out of your mind?
Go.
I'm invalid. I'm an invalid opinion. I don't know enough.
What would you say,
It's
Dap?
Tatum.
Oh, Tatum. I mean,
So, but did you see when Brown? Who did he dunk on and Dap
And then he
fucking?
dapped KG.
Oh, that was
yo,
amazing.
you know what's crazy is, I hate to say this, in the NBA, he traveled big time. He took like 3 steps. I watched it, dog. Like,
Yeah,
the
he
NBA.
did take a lot of
No,
steps.
it's a great dunk. But
He's
he's
seen
looking
the
at me
red
like,
now.
dog, I'm just
What
saying.
the fuck are you doing,
Yo,
man?
I love the Celtics.
What's up with you?
I'm saying if young kids are watching that,
You got a fucking striped shirt,
if
black
they-
and
he
white.
He took like a bunch of quick steps.
if
and
young
then-
kids watch that, I'm saying they're teaching them to travel, dog. Like LeBron
They're
does
gonna
it
get
too.
cold. That's
You
it.
know, I hope,
hopefully.
I hope,
Right?
I
Don't
hope
they
that
just want to keep the play
it's
going.
it's crazy that
They let
it's
a lot of
crazy that
stuff
they
go.
let
Listen,
the
I
extra
go.
step go.
I go to as many games as I can go to. I take Tatum, the over on the threes every time. You know, if he's sitting on that stupid fucking bike and doesn't got my threes, I'm yelling at him, "Get back fucking out there!" Like, yo, man,
he does love to sit on that bike.
hey, whatever keeps you warm, but just make sure you drain those 3 threes. Usually it's 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He's
man.
been incredible though. He scores.
Yeah.
He scored 60 plus multiple times.
We
now,
play
50
defense in
plus.
Boston, baby. That's what it is. Defense.
You're right. You're right.
Fucking That's it.
You played basketball.
Yeah. A long time ago, I played in college, and it was fun, man.
He's got
like,
bad knees.
No, my ankles are probably
Ankles,
done now.
knees.
Okay.
No,
shoulders, elbows,
my knees are good.
hips,
I
both.
played recently, and it's like, yo, I'm a low post player. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
So,
Stupid.
You got the old man game.
no, for real. Like I go down there and I'm like hitting them with elbows and up fakes,
Yeah,
and they're like, whoa.
I be looking at these little skinny kids. They be like, yeah, I'll beat you in ball.
He's played ball with me in Lynn, and you know I fucking
Yeah,
get
I
it
played
in,
too.
dog. Like.
I'm not like no fucking. I'm like a Scalabrini that's like chunky
He's
as
honest.
shit.
But yo, I mean, I was still playing. This was like 5-6 years
Right.
ago.
Okay.
Like taking over a park with 20-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
so. But I can't do that.
You're
no
a
more,
hacker.
You know? No, I don't
100%.
play defense too much.
No.
But you played in college, right?
I played in college. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I had a scholarship and everything, man. But
Oh, all right.
long time ago. You know?
Have you done the what is it? Hoop hop?
Yeah, I
Yes.
do it every year. I've won it twice.
Oh, word. All right.
I got an MVP one time. This is again
Okay.
a long time ago. You know, so
Yeah.
Oh, so
Knees
do you know
hurting.
Philly G? He was telling us about
Yeah,
it.
no Philly.
that's my brother. I put him in the hoop hop. dog.
Yeah. I didn't even know what hoop hop was. We were like, oh,
He told us
we'll
about
do
it, yeah.
Boston's big shootout.
Yo,
we were
Phil-
like saying we'd start something. He's like, oh, it's hoop hop.
Philly's the man.
Yeah.
Philly's
Yeah,
the man.
he's a good
Yo,
guy.
shout out to Philly G. We got a lot of EMS affiliates, and he's one of them, dog. So
Okay.
good dude.
100%.
You know, but you got any other questions about the music? I don't want to take
I
you off
do.
track.
I want to know. So, do you guys have like? I know EMS is its own entity, but do you have a website and do you have your own merch and stuff?
So we just put out the record Dining in Dystopia, the vinyl,
Yeah.
and we've been selling it direct on Bandcamp, which has been like the most advantageous thing that we've ever done because we're getting all the money direct. It's been the best.
So is that coming out on all platforms or no?
We're not putting it
You're
on all
not?
the digital. It's
Okay.
it's also the best decision we've ever made. So let's just say we've sold 200 records
Yeah.
at $40 a pop,
Yeah.
and like how much it cost us
Take you
was
10
like
years
nothing.
to make that on stream.
Seriously.
You know,
Crazy.
more.
It's insane.
More. So, and we made that in 2 months. So, again, I'm not trying to put it out there, but we got a big single coming up. We're going to put out a single with one of the biggest producers in the world on the A side, and the B side is Pete Rock. So you do the math. You know what I'm saying? So Benefit's a part of that. He facilitated the production on that. And
Pete Rock collaboration?
no, Pete Rock I met on tour. I'm saying the other
okay.
producer that I won't even say yet.
Yeah,
I actually
yeah,
told
yeah.
you about it before the show.
Yep.
And that we're going to put out as a single because the Pete Rock song was out, so we'll put it as a pre-order.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Hopefully we can
Shout
can
out
get
to
that
my
done.
brother Prophet, Cody's Forever.
Shout out to Prophet.
Yeah.
Shout out to P.I. Dean. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
they
my
helped
man
put that all
P.I. Dean.
together.
100%.
You know?
Good dude.
Word. I did want to ask about the tours too, because you've done, I think, 12 European tours. That's what it said on your
Yeah.
Spotify bio.
Yeah.
So
So,
when
it was
did you start
11.
touring
It was
overseas?
it was 12, and then the last one we got
COVID.
pulled back.
Oh, okay. So,
no, it
okay.
was 12. We did
All
two,
right,
we
so
did
12.
2 shows. I was with the Beatnuts in Germany, in Switzerland, Lucerne. Then we had to come home. But so the first one was with Crumb Snatcher, and you want me to tell you the best advice or the best story? The day of the tour, Crumb was like, "Yo, I can't go." He couldn't get his passport. Me and DJ Stress like, "Yo, I'm not going." I'm like, "Are you out of your fucking mind? Well, you're not going." I'm like, "I'm going." Like, I'm not. I don't get. And I go, "You better be going." Like, and I actually was like, "I'm gonna come to Connecticut and pick your ass up. We're going. We're not. We have tickets. They bought us tickets. I was Crumb's opener.
Yeah.
This is a great story because instead of being like, "Yo, Crumb's not going. I'm not going." No, I called Crumb. He's like, "Yo, you should absolutely go." I went. We killed it. Brother, I was signing my boots, taking my boots off. I was signing my fitted. This is 2009. They didn't have that stuff out there. Now they have better shit than we do, like as far as all the gear and shit.
Yeah.
But I left an impression for life, and now
Yeah.
they've booked us 11 more times. You know what I'm saying? But
Wow.
but that's
So
because
that was
I
all off the
Yes,
strength
sir.
of the first one.
for the first
that
one,
just got the momentum
it was
going.
because I was an opener and it was canceled, and I was an opener
Yeah.
because Crumb said he was going, and I went and hit up all the people, all the places I knew he was going, and I talked to my man Karimbo. Karimbo's like, "Yo, blah blah blah, like I want you to go." I got in touch with the promoter. I willed myself onto that tour, dog. Crumb is my man. Crumb said I could do that shit, be a part of the tour, but ain't nobody booked me for that shit. I contacted them, and then they paid for my flight. I went there. I killed it. I made friends. And by the way, that's just one place. In that place, I met a dude from Switzerland. That was the next show. The next show, I met a dude from Austria. That was the next show. The next show, you know what I mean? The next time I went, and
Just to clarify, Switzerland has nothing to do with Sweden?
That's a fact.
I didn't know that.
That's 100%.
Yo,
Who was your geography teacher?
Yo, so
Bro, I don't know Europe
so
like that.
Scandinavia.
I'm just saying, we're going to have to talk to your geography teacher. You don't remember their name either, do you? His, hers?
Nope.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
I know you don't. That's a fact.
Yeah, Sweden, Norway, and Finland. That's their own little section over there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Switzerland is like is between. So Switzerland has 3 sides that they speak 3 different languages. So like their side with Geneva, they speak French. Como se va? And then the side near the southern side is near Italy. That's where they speak Italian. And the eastern side is near Germany, and they speak German. How crazy is that? So Switzerland's like
I
a
did
little.
not know that.
So if you go to Zurich, they speak
actually
Germany.
dope.
If you go to Zurich, they speak Germany. Zurich sounds German. You know, if you go to
Right, yeah.
Geneva, they speak French. And if you go to, I think it's Luongo, I'm trying to say the last one's name, and they speak Italian.
Wow.
And it's an Italian name, you know? And
Yeah.
that's near Milan. That's like, so the top of Italy is Switzerland, or the left side of Germany, that's Zurich, or, you know, France right over there on the other side is Geneva. So
Okay.
it's good to know. And
That is good to
Switzerland's dope, man. The streets are so clean. There's no trash. There's nothing.
Yeah.
You know.
Damn, yeah, it's real talk. I feel like I'm not alone. Sound off in the comments if you also don't know Europe. somebody once told me they were British, and I'm like, oh, like England, and they were like, no, I'm from Edinburgh, Scotland. And I was like, I didn't even know that was British. Like I thought that was Scottish.
That's a part of the UK.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Which, you know, even just like, yeah, I mean, it's a whole nother world over there. I like it because the food, there's not preservatives in it. The people drink beer year round and they don't get a beer gut because it's illegal for the government to put preservatives in the beer.
Wow.
So the
And don't
beer,
they have different kind of wheat too?
yeah, that's what it is too. So like
Yeah.
the beer in Germany, you could drink a 6-pack every night and not gain a pound because it's like water. It's not with all the shit in it.
They got to
You know what
figure it
I'm
out,
Ah.
man.
saying? You know?
Yeah.
Do
Gotta
you
move.
agree that Rev said this too? Do you agree that the people in Europe have more of an appreciation for old school hip hop?
Yeah, yes and no, but
Absolutely.
yes and no, but like I'm telling you straight up, when I'm there, they have their own France has their own hip hop. Like Germany has its own hip hop. Germany and France are number 2 and 3 in the world. So it's America, and I think it's either France then Germany or Germany then France. Check this out. So when I went there, Morlock Dilemma was killing it, and he's rapping in German. And instead of being like ignorant and being like, oh, like, because over here we don't play none of that shit. We don't
No.
play rappers from other countries.
We don't.
They play our shit. But I'm like, yo, this dude is fucking, he's killing it. He has a fan base respecting that shit.
Yeah.
Brother, they have dudes who chart there. They don't give a fuck about us. Like, so if you
Yeah.
fuck that shit up over there, if you're over there getting fucked up and breaking stuff or like not being respectful and not showing up when you say, they don't need to book you.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
care what legend you are. They don't need to book you because you. First of all, it's going to cost them money. Second, you're going to show up and you don't know your words and shit. It's being on point, man. It's being reliable,
Preparation.
accountable, preparation, and just being like I said, you know,
Human.
You know, showing that you can keep your
Emotion,
word.
being real.
Yo, and that shit has gotten me so many more places. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, because
And I
I
imagine-
wonder like why. Sorry to cut
No,
you
you
off.
go for it. Yeah, yeah.
I was just wondering like. You've toured over there so many times, 12 times.
12
So I
times,
was just
yeah.
wondering, like, what keeps drawing you back as opposed to doing tours in the States?
Well, so that's what I was gonna say. The cool part over there is I can do.
It's not as crowded. I
yeah,
imagine.
well, and also I'm older.
Everyone's a rapper.
I'm older, and yes, and everyone's a rapper, and there for me to go over there, they only see me once every 3-4 years or something.
so it doesn't water down your
yes,
brand.
it's a
I
big
do.
event.
I do Massachusetts. It has to be a festival or a college. Like how many of my friends at our age are still gonna come out and come to a
Right.
show
That's a
who have
fact.
kids and have to go to the Union at 4 in the morning?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a good point.
Well, also the oversaturation of rappers in the states,
Yeah.
you know, makes the market overcrowded. And then the labels used to be the filtration system that controlled the content that was sent out to the masses. Now that we've eliminated that and it's straight consumer to artist, there's a
Yeah.
lot of shit you got to filter through to get to something you made like. So when you go overseas, that filtration process is created. It's still there. So fundamentally, you have to work through those channels to get that appeal. Like M. Dot's a channel. You know, my exposure over there is through him because of what he's did. So it's a more organic process as opposed to here in the States. All right, I'm going to rap on my phone, put auto-tune on it, boom, it's on SoundCloud, you stream it. Too easy, no filtration, and then now you're searching a needle for through a haystack.
Yo, but
and
check
that's-
this out.
and
He's
that's what it
right.
is.
Who's selling? Who over here that isn't mainstream is killing it with shows.
Royce the 5'9"
no,
just post because
No, but who? Listen to this. Who? Tech
It's
Nine.
not possible,
Tech Nine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. No, who else? Tech Nine. Atmosphere.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying
I would
Czarface.
even argue that Tech Nine is mainstream.
But no,
like,
I'm yes,
To some
absolutely.
degree.
Yeah.
But I'm saying okay. So like I'm saying like an underground guy you like. They ain't gonna come over here,
Right.
and they don't have that audience where there's gonna be 300-400 people. It's unless they have a niche market or they have like a cult following. There's no MF Doom. You know what I'm saying? If MF
Oh,
Doom was
yeah,
performing,
yeah. Right.
but like our genre of music, good music that people like to listen to, that is a legacy. Study it. Great music. Unless you have a cult following, our age, our genre, our group of people that follow it, they don't come out and buy stuff.
No,
for
look
sure.
at-
I'm not saying it's
But
impossible.
look at Slaughterhouse. Look at
Yeah.
Royce the 9'5",
Royce the 5'9".
Royce the 5'9", whatever. I posted the other day like, a picture of their sales and streams, like kind of like I don't know. You could look at it. However
toured
you
with
look
them
at it. You could
in Slovakia.
Yeah, however you want. Yeah, however you want to look at it. It is what it is.
Told you,
He
I've done
posted
everything.
it, but the streams was like minuscule, and the sales were minuscule,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh shit. It's just crowded, man. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. And those are established rappers. Joel Ortiz and Crooked Eye, or King Crooked, they're established.
Yeah.
Even without Joe and Royce,
I mean,
they're
like
still
he was on
established,
death
and
row,
their sales are.
Crooked Eye was on death row. Like so, all these guys have like a backstory, like where they're on major labels.
Right.
Joe
Yeah.
Budden was on Def Jam. But
What was that rap? What was that shit on Netflix? The Rapture.
Oh yeah, you said that.
Yeah, like Logic. You watch that. You look at how much like effort they put into it. It's like running for mayor, man. You got to work hard.
But like I said, it's like people. They're not selling out shows like the guys that you think. So that's another factor. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not unless it's that niche market. They're not.
It's really the playlists now. Now the playlists are controlling everything, and they're the new payola for the DJs. So the playlist is created. Whoever's the curator of that, those are the people. Those are the gatekeepers. They get you on that, but that's
Yeah.
going to cost you to get on those playlists, and that's what. And luck if you get
big
lucky.
bucks to get on Boston's Big
Look
Four
at
playlist.
the record we just had, the Tangiers. Shout out to Cuzzo, Messiah Kane, the Tangiers. We had a record with Smith and Wesson that got lucky, that got placed on a playlist, and we were having tens of thousands of plays during those months it was on the playlist. So imagine if you're paying the machine and you're getting placed on all these playlists. Even if you pay for it and you break even, I think that's the hustle behind it. And it's the same shit from back in the 80s, 70s, and 60s, just a different. They found a way to control it again. Yep.
We took it back with this record. We took it back.
Yeah.
We took it back. We took the money direct because they were taking all the money from us in streams.
Right.
Yeah.
The Conway song we had, or the Necktie shit, went viral. It went viral, and we made like they haven't had the last 4 months. I was telling them, we made like $320 on streams,
And that's pretty good.
and that's
On
that's
Spotify.
incredible.
Yeah,
but,
that's incredible.
But Doug, imagine if
Can't
that was
live
what you're.
off that,
That's
yeah.
imagine if you know what I'm saying. Like that doesn't.
Yeah.
So here's one
How
for
do
you.
you feel about Kanye with the STEM players? Because it's kind of what you're
I
doing.
think it's smart.
Yeah.
I think it's smart. I think Kanye's a genius.
I want to sell.
Shout out to Kanye.
I think I'm not disparaging anything. I just think that I haven't liked his music in 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And that's just,
All right.
I like that he's doing cool, different stuff. I like
Yeah.
that. I'm saying to you that it's not a complete stream of thought with the music, and that's okay too. I just meant that right now he's just doing different marketing ways for people.
Yeah, yeah.
Different, what's the word? Shock value. You know what I'm saying? He's with a Kardashian, which I think is
not
strike
with a
one.
Kardashian.
Or he was with Kardashians.
was.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
Oh,
listen,
man.
listen what they've done to guys. Bruce Jenner. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it.
Damn.
Okay?
I know. We've
Okay.
been watching
Yo,
this stuff. Yeah,
Reggie,
I know.
Reggie Bush, Lamar Odom. Is Lamar Odom alive?
He said the Kardashians killed him.
Yo, what's the other dude? Humphreys. They ruined this dude's life.
Humphreys.
Humphreys ruined his life, dog. Like this dude,
Yo, it's foul.
imagine this poor guy, he's crying and shit. Like, what's the other dude, dog? There's so many of them, dog.
Was he like on camera crying or something, or was that just like
Who am I talking about?
Chris
Humphreys.
Oh, Humphreys, dog. What I'm saying is, Kim Kardashian crying after she's like has to break up with him and shit. Like, 'cause she just,
Oh, yeah.
dog.
Yo,
This dude.
Why would you get yourself into that mess?
But listen,
Oh, with Tristan Thompson.
Tristan
Dog,
Thompson, yes.
Listen.
Yo, back to the streams though. The most I ever streamed. Shout out to my man Dean. He got me featured for my last solo project on iTunes. And when it was featured on iTunes, I definitely generated a lot of streams. But I had like a monster lineup on that album, and he asked
picture-
for a favor.
Yeah.
But I think since then, that's what 2000. I don't know when that album came out. Early teens, 13, 12, 14, 15, maybe at the latest. When that album came out, I think they decreased the amount of money you make per stream now.
Yeah.
So like it's insane.
But
They're robbing.
picture like if he had actually paid for all the studio and the
Oh my
production and the
God.
features. Yo, you're making 1/100th of what you put in. That's bullshit. That's why I'm gonna hustle my
Yeah,
way into a
you
lot of
have
these
to.
records.
You have to.
But yo, I don't want to. I know we got a little time left. If you want to ask any more music,
But no,
music
that's
questions,
that's big. I noticed a lot of underground artists are going to Bandcamp.
100%.
Strictly. Like ST Nack.
Shout out to my man SC He's a genius with that
Al
shit too.
Divino too. They
You
post
know?
all their shit on Bandcamp, and a lot of their shit you can't find on Spotify.
Well,
And that's the way we did dining, dog.
Yeah.
That's
You
the
gotta
way.
create
Yeah.
scarcity, like create a buzz
There it
and
is.
make your music hard
There
to
it is.
find.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree with that 150.
and they
Yeah.
sell albums for like $100, and people buy it.
Yeah, it's funny because I'll sign like I'll print up like 100 CDs, sign every one of them like the Cody's, and then sell them for like people will send me anywhere between $20 and $50.
Yeah,
they'll pay
that's
more.
crazy.
They'll
I
pay
see like
more.
yeah, they'll be like, yo,
They'll
it's
pay extra
it's
what it is.
15.
Yeah.
They'll send 25, 30 just because they want to support you and keep you doing
And
music.
big advice that I give with that is if people are buying your product, if they care about your product, I don't care how big your fucking head is,
Valuable.
send the fucking record.
Yes.
Don't be fucking around and keep their money and hope that they don't say nothing. Send
Do
them the
people
record.
do that?
Oh my god.
Yo,
oh
matter
my
of
God.
fact, I'm like
You know?
I'm horrible with sending things. That's what like, I gotta send out some records.
No, but
100%.
Sound off in the comments if he owes you a record.
No,
No,
I just
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna send out the records, but
I was talking
I'm
about
wait-
Ben.
No,
No,
you're
no,
not.
I wasn't
But,
talking about
like,
Ben at all.
I have a decent rep. I'm used to be really good at like the hand in hand. Boom, I'm in your face. What's up? I have a good sales pitch. But sending things, I really just want to give them like enough to like distribute it in your region. Like especially people that are like in different places. Okay, here's a care package. And Dot's the king of that shit.
So you know what
He
I
taught
do?
me that.
I write a message to them, personal, like thanking them for getting the
Absolutely.
record. Ben's on the album. I'll write him all on the sleeve, like a personal message. That is more valuable than anything
is.
else. And you know what, Doug? Again, it circles back to it's not just me being selfless or a fucking mortar. It's me thinking, yo, I'll frame the record for somebody that I look up to,
Can make a
like
contribution.
like
or,
a
yeah.
7L Czarface or Vic, Mighty VIC, because I think it's dope, but also because I want to be on the studio wall. Think, dog. That's like, oh shit. They're gonna throw out a record that's in a frame and a plaque.
No
Maybe.
way.
You know what I'm
Better
saying?
not.
The
Yeah.
experience was bad.
I just meant I'm giving an example of like
I'm just playing.
an on. I was in like a real poignant speech right there.
You lost it?
No,
I helped you out of it.
because you said that it's serious when I say that if you give somebody like something like that,
They're
it's
gonna
like
keep
you're
it and
willing,
cherish it.
it's like willing your way into something bigger.
But it's also it comes with the magnitude of the record and the placements and how hard you work. The
But
records.
even I'm saying even if we sold, let's say we end up selling 300 records, that's like nothing in the grand scheme.
Yeah.
But where it's something if we're selling them at this price. No, what I mean by that is you're taking the extra time to give them that frame because that's something that they now will
I
keep
think-
on their
yeah.
wall
I
forever.
think, I
I
think
do
what
that shit with
Yeah.
like somebody. I mean, Justin Clancy. We were at his show this past fall. We got we paid for like the VIP package or whatever. We got like posters he signed with the numbers. So it's like
that's dope.
one of so.
There we
certain-
go. That's where I was
And
going
I
to.
have like a shirt that's signed by him,
Mm-hmm.
and he like put a dot right on my nipple, and I was just like, I'm keeping this shit. I'm like, this shit's going in like a frame. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things
That's
you
dope.
don't forget. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And those like moments where you feel like
You're a
this
part of
wasn't
it.
just something that went to
Exactly.
everybody.
this,
I have
this
this
is
one,
why I
you know?
say writing a personal,
Authenticity, yeah.
Yeah.
writing a personal note.
But I think making the projects, not just the music have that content, but like having the artwork be something bigger than just, and then have a limited run and each like it's amazing.
But it's also taking time, which I stress to Ben. We always talk about this. I'm lining up these ducks. Ego 2 is done. It's like 100%, like and it's the best production lineup I've ever seen. I mean, like I'm talking like I'd rival it against anything. And I mean that. And the reason I'm saying that is because I held these records for this while staying active so that when I put it out, it's like, oh my God.
it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be big.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Not to you.
So I want to say real quick, because we're talking about all these like marketing schemes, not schemes, but just like ideas,
Yeah,
strategies
So
and-
I mentioned this on our episode with JR Specs, and I think it's a good idea. So I'm going to share it with you guys, and anyone who wants to steal it, don't steal it. This is private.
Oh yeah,
So
sure.
every time you do a show, you're going to sell merch and things like
Yep.
CDs and stuff. You mentioned like that you'll do the artwork sometimes if you have to, like take a canvas, like do an original piece of art for every show and have that like signed for the show. and then someone might buy it, and then like every show price might go up.
Yeah.
Something like that. And
Yeah.
it's unique, something that like, oh, I'm the one who got the art from that show, and that becomes probably like almost like a resale.
That's a great
market.
idea.
That's
a great
amazing idea. Yeah.
I made almost 700 at the last show we did, like on merch.
On merch.
Because I was selling records for some of the records for $50. Because like Ego and the Enemy original,
Yeah.
there's only like 7 left. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna jack this shit up.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna go down on that price.
Right.
Like we're talking to vinyl places that want the album, and they're gonna give me $20, and I'm like, yeah, cool, but like it's not really good for us because we could sell it for 40. You know what
Speaking
I'm
of
saying?
which, you owe me some more records. You have them with you?
I thought he was about to ask you for money
Yeah,
right
I
now.
thought
I
he
was
was
like,
too.
Oh, you got my records though?
I think we're
Yo,
even.
bro,
We're
where's,
even.
yo, bro, where's my records? You don't got them in the trunk?
He got 2 so far.
No,
you
I
know?
got one and one that's unpackaged, which is really
Oh,
cool.
man.
But that's
No,
only
I-
one.
the agreement was 5
no,
records. I
so
didn't say
where's
if
the
they were
rest?
going to be packaged
You
or
said
not.
when I come,
I said
heard it here
five.
first.
brother.
I said 5
You
records.
just sent them to me in fucking pieces now.
Oh, you know
I'm gonna
what?
get,
You know
like-
what? He never sent me the money for shipping, so you broke
You
your
said
word.
I didn't have to be
No,
worry about the shipping.
no. I said that after you broke your
content's
word on
hot.
sending it.
Nah, this is
I
great.
just, I'm here now.
You
I'm
didn't.
here
You
now.
never sent the money
I'm
for
fucking
shipping.
here.
No, you never sent the money for
Are
shipping.
you fucking
It's
kidding
the
me?
principle, Pinky.
We're gonna talk outside.
sound
We're
up
gonna
in the
talk outside.
comments if you think
I
he
said
sent
5
the money.
records. Wait, so I can give him records so we can
He
sell them?
didn't send me 5 records.
I will guarantee. I sent
Pull
you
up the
2.
emails.
He's
We need
gonna
the
wait till
receipts.
he's down to 3
I
and then
sent.
try to
I
charge
sent. I
me.
sent you 2. You know why he wants them? He wants to
I'ma
go
hold
flip
'em.
them. He wants to flip them for more money on
I'm
eBay,
gonna hold him
dog.
for $100.
See? He didn't explain that to y'all.
I'm saying.
Yo, so this
Gotta pay for
$100.
that 2021 car.
This is the-
1,000.
The new one that I'm getting with the single, I'm 100% gonna give. I don't want to say a number. I'm 100% gonna give you guys a bunch because you're a part of it, and that's like a
My
single.
guy, that has
I'm-
nothing to fucking do with the 3 that you still owe me.
Like
that
I
you
said,
have.
if
Oh
they're
my God.
if they're
This
unpackaged,
beauty-
that's
this-
just the way it goes.
This is over. I'm
You know?
leaving.
He's leaving anyway. He's leaving because
like
he's got a
this is an
2-hour
act.
drive.
I feel like this is
All right,
an
guys,
act,
let's
like-
have the real interview
Yeah,
now.
no.
Let's turn on the cameras. Let's press record.
I'm gonna stay to keep you guys safe.
Yo, listen. Yo, dude, what is this?
Benefit CTN.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Follow me, man. Instagram,
Yeah.
all that.
Appreciate you, man.
Follow the Tangiers. Appreciate you guys, man.
Yes,
Thanks for
thank you.
having me.
Good work today.
Thank you for coming.
Good work. No, there's nothing in there. Stay away from my car, okay? yeah, listen, dog.
You don't want to walk me out?
No, I'm on the
I gotta
interview.
walk
Why
him
don't
out?
you
I'm
stay?
fucking breaking his window.
Wait, let me see. hey,
Pop in the trunk,
Yo,
everything is mine.
yo, for someone who's a co-defendant, yo, he's about to fit that role in a second, dog. Yo, like he's on camera.
boy.
He's
We're
on
clipping this
camera.
out.
This is like
No.
this is evidence
We're
right
clipping
now.
this out. Benefit storms
Yo,
off
listen,
the
I got
Boston's Big Four
one.
podcast.
I got one line for y'all. That's the fucking.
Fuck am I
I got the best line ever for y'all ever on Wrath of the Titans. He said something like, "I'd rather take a plea deal than take a COVID vaccination." That same week, he got fucking vaccinated. Okay, listen. Yo, the funniest part. He's talking and you know what he's back. He's back. Yo,
They
the best-
told me
yo,
I couldn't go to the
and
fucking
then
Celtics
and then they
game.
told him. Then it was over. Then they pulled it back, dog.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
now
I
it's
see
over.
more games than you guys. 'Cause I bet you didn't get your shots. Hey, I had to go, man. I
I'm
was in
okay,
the house.
though.
I was going stir crazy.
Those games earlier in the season, I didn't want to
Listen,
go
I
to.
know.
Dog.
Nobody
I
wanted
went-
to go to those.
I went to
I'm on fire
Brooklyn.
right now, dog.
I went to Brooklyn.
Yeah,
all that
unfortunate,
shit.
dog. That was last year. That was the year before.
Come on, let's go get my
Wait, you
fucking
went to
records.
Brooklyn?
No, listen.
To watch us beat their ass. No, actually, I think
They
we
won't let
lost.
Kyrie play, but they let you in.
No, it wasn't that game. No, I think was it this season?
I thought they would
think it
do a
was this
rapid
season.
test
No, I
if you
think it
weren't
might have been last
vaccinated.
season I went.
Do they not?
You know 10 Crack Commandments where it's like 1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7 for Ben. It's like records. It's like 1, 2. It stops there. You know what I'm saying?
No, listen, I needed to go to the games.
Yeah.
I altered
Yo,
my life enough. For
Any
this
more
bullshit.
questions? Stay for 1 minute.
Ego and the Enemy, #1 selling underground album of 2017, right?
Yeah. That's dog. You should see who's on that list too, man. It's like
Yeah.
Conway and
No, I saw the
you
list.
know.
It's
Excuse me,
insane.
West Side Gun and Wu Tang and shit. This is just at the vinyl seller
Right.
in Boston. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
But that's huge.
but actually,
though.
it's all the records they're selling from that location, not just in the city. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
That's a
but-
huge accomplishment.
but yeah, man, I'm proud of that shit, and that's what we're going for with the next one. But I'm gonna walk
Next
you out.
one's gonna be
you know?
even bigger.
So let's.
All right, now you're
let's
not
just-
getting it. Yeah.
Quick plugs. If we're wrapping up, I just want to let's hit all your plugs. It was Benefit CTN.
Yeah.
M dot everywhere.
M. Boston.
At M. Boston. You know, and we were talking about it earlier. There's other M. but just be smart. You know who's fucking dope, and you know who can spit. And,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Tangiers, 7-Eleven,
You know.
Tangiers, 7-Eleven on social media platforms.
Wait, hit that in the mic.
The Tangiers, 7-Eleven on all social media platforms. Check us out. New album's out. Got the documentary coming out. Soundtrack for the documentary. We got some big names on that too. So keep a lookout. Good work. EMS album coming soon. The new album's coming out from
Bandcamp.com.
Yeah. M.
All
Boston,
streaming. I'm
everything.
still letting them stream my shit.
Yeah, but that's cool. I'm gonna do that with Ego too. But you know,
I don't really care at this
we're gonna
point.
stutter it out. We're gonna and that's a good way too. Where you're like, yo, I just want to put it out there, and it's like
Yeah,
not.
I do it for me.
I want to take a picture
Right.
with all of us too while we're doing it.
Oh, we
and
always
this shit.
forget
I
to
want
take
to talk
the
about that
picture. We gotta
shit.
do that.
Oh, the Sundance movie.
So we did a movie. I produced the beat for a movie that's coming out called Montreal Girls, and it's not a
yeah.
porno.
it's not a porno.
There is
Allegedly.
a porno by that name.
Yo, so they sent me the movie. I watched it and I made the beat for it. How incredible!
Oh, no
and I
way.
just started
You
producing.
scored a film. Yeah,
I
for sure.
produced 2 records on his project
The
Tangiers
Tangiers.
with RJ Payne. I produced, for a song we did with Smith and Wesson. I'm producing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud of that shit.
Shit, now we're back on tangent. Do you play instruments?
I'm starting to play keys, but I can't play I'm not
Okay,
playing
but you know
guitar and
music.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Man,
But he brings in musicians, like no
Yeah,
bullshit.
word.
Like we brought in musicians to be session players on a lot of these
yeah,
records.
on songs
Yeah.
on my albums before I was producing.
But even on like
Okay.
my project, like when M Dot's involved, he goes the extra mile to make sure
Thank
we get
you.
like a bass player, a trumpist, or whatever. the
Yeah,
fuck it
we
is.
got a
I
violin.
got this guy. that's
You want to
gonna-
say who's on that on your shit? You want to mention
was
it?
it? Yeah,
no,
go ahead.
no, you want to mention who's on the other one I produced for you that you haven't put out yet?
The joint I got.
You can-
Nah.
it's up to you. All right,
Keep
yeah.
it light.
I got a
Keep it light.
session musician. If you
Okay.
ever need one, just hit
Perfect.
me up.
But yo, my girl's gonna kill me. We gotta
Oh,
we gotta
yeah,
jet.
yeah,
Any
let's
more
go.
questions? Any more questions? That's it.
I think-
I think that's it.
Yeah,
We'll
let's
hit
take
you
the
up.
picture,
we'll
man.
do,
It was
we'll
a
do part
pleasure.
2.
Hey, yo, listen. Real talk. I
my
got into a
CDs.
fender. I got into a
Give me my
fender bender.
records.
I got into a fender bender before I came here, dog.
Did you?
On
The
the way
dude gets out of the car, dog. He's a fucking midget. I was like, yo, I was tripping out. Like,
It's
what
his
you?
fault
scared he was gonna whoop
automatically.
your ass.
I'm like, what's your problem, dog?
Kung fu
This
midget.
little midget's like, I'm like, yo, what's your problem? He's like, I'm not happy. I go, which one are you, motherfucker? I'm out of here, like Josh Costanza.
No.
Hey, listen, I love small people. It was just a joke, not about midgets, nothing
Yeah,
against y'all.
right. No midgets are gonna ever buy your music.
Let's
ever.
go, Ben. You're ruining it.
Or
I had a
little- or
good
little
joke.
people.
You
It's
ruined
horrible.
the whole thing. It was good. We ended on that note.
That sucks.
Boston's Big Podcast.
I don't know him.